Bless up, everybody. It's King Kevin Dorival. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video about the local elections, Broward County elections to be exact, here in South Florida. I reside in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Bless up everybody who's voting today, August 30th, which is the deadline. You know, if you don't vote today for the local elections, it is what it is. You know, then you got the national elections in November. But anyway, I want to talk about the candidates that I support. You know, you don't have to vote for them, but these are people that I would personally vote for and talk about because they've either supported what I have going on in the community, and for those who know who I am and those who don't know who I am a very active member in the community. It's been that way for the past 10 plus years. A lot of people tell me, why don't you just run? Because you know you're going to win no matter what you run for in the local elections, or maybe even national one day on the federal level. Who knows? Only God knows. But for now, that's not in my spirit. That's not what God is telling me to do. I'm on the front lines with our church program, this is the flyer. You go to thecouragetobelieve.com or kevindorival.com. The link will be below. Of course, check out the website. This is a flyer, the C2B chess mentoring program that we have going on, a 10-week program which is free for the community. And so we received some support from the local politicians, but we haven't had any come yet, as of yet, to the actual event on Wednesdays. But then again, we have 5 more weeks left, so hopefully they do come. Now, I host the annual Black on Black Crime Solutions panel. Next year will be our 4th annual solutions panel. I'm a true believer in seeking solutions and not just talking about the problems and keep pointing the fingers of who's this, who's that, you know, responsible, and who dropped the ball and this and that. I'm not even about that. I'm not even in the political games or in the political circus at all, which one day I may, as I mentioned. But at the same time, it is our responsibility to seek the solutions that are impacting and affecting our children, our community. With a weak community, then we have a weak neighborhood. You know, then weak neighborhoods equates to weak counties, and weak counties, weak cities, weak states. I mean, it goes on and on and on. You know, it tumbles. But when you build a community and when you invest in the children in the community, then therefore you have secured a positive, a conducive environment where the children can be successful. Children will one day be adults, ladies and gentlemen, which is very important. So that's why I'm so passionate about working with the youth. I work with youth from elementary to high school to college. You know, our chess program is for the youth from 7 to 21 years old. As a matter of fact, we're seeking support, not just from the politicians, but the community, to sponsor or donate to our spaceship sponsorship program fundraiser for the youth so that they can go to the Kennedy Space Center at the end of the 10 weeks. Now, we already have 10 kids covered, but there's another 10. You know, there's more students that came along in the program that we want to seek sponsorship for. So this video just isn't about talking to politicians. This is about what's really going on and what we need help with. We don't just want to have this program for this 10 weeks. We want to be able to do it again. Once October 5th is over, we want to be able to start again come November, January, February, on and on and on. I believe in investing in our children. And so I'm going to talk about the politicians that support Courage to Believe International. Me, myself, as a mentor, author. You know, I've written 2 books. There's a whole other subject and story. And I have a documentary coming out that's dealing with this particular issue with investing in our youth, investing in our future, in our community. Now, Dr. Osgood, District 5, you know, she's a big supporter. She was part of the 1st annual Black on Black Crime Solutions panel. This is the flyer of the 3rd annual one we just had on July 16th. Now, my first year doing this in 2013, Dr. Osgood was one of the first people to jump aboard. She's a school board member in District 5. I definitely want her to win again because she is so adamant and she's persistent in seeking solutions and providing programs. You know what I'm saying? And they have a promise program that she's a part of. You know, her and Mrs. Hope. Ms. Hope is not running for election, but if she was, she'll win. Mrs. Barterman is another person. She came to the 3rd annual Black on Black Crime Solutions panel, and she had a chance to speak about the Promise program. So Mrs. Barterman is running, I don't remember which district, but she's definitely running for the school board. Where she's already a member, she's, you know what I'm saying, she's running again. So definitely support her. She came to the event. She had a chance to speak. I've seen her speak at a couple other events. And these are people that are there. Matter of fact, her and Dr. Osgood was at the same event that I was at last week. August, I believe it was 22nd, forgot the date. But it was at Nova University, you know what I'm saying? And this was a school board event where it was a great networking opportunity. Also, Mrs. Charnel Jackson. Miss Charnel Jackson, I've seen her for the past year working the community. You know, definitely a sister, this queen, I want her to win. So vote for her. She's also running for the school board seat. I don't remember which one, can say which one, but you will see her name, Mrs. Charnel Jackson. I want to say District 2, but, you know, don't, you know, quote me on that, but definitely vote for her. She came to my church recently as well. I seen her at Ely High School speaking. And she even brought to my attention that in October, they're going to force all the kids in Broward County to celebrate LGBT, you know, lesbian, gay, whatever that stands for. They have to celebrate that month. Isn't that something? And then you have the transgender bathroom situation, which I'm going to get into in a little bit. We have Florence Burnham, who's running for County Circuit Court Judge in Group 2. This is a sister that, you know, she's a young Haitian sister as well, married, children, heavy in the community. She was going to be part of the 3rd annual Black on Black Crime Solutions panel, but she had to drop out. I made a mistake doing our fundraiser by having, mentioning her name, well, not just her name, but all the judges that were going to be involved. So I'm going to talk about Judge Deestry, Judge Kyle Evans, and her running, Mrs. Pritchard, who also running for judge, and Florence Barnum. So they had to drop out because it was against the rules. They didn't want to lose their opportunity to win. So they all, you know, I guess had their little meeting and, you know, decided not to be part of it, which is cool because the event was off the chain anyway. And if it was to any benefit of us, we, you know, they were in the press releases, so it helped Courage to Believe International get to a whole nother level. I've had a meeting with judges. Speaking of judges, Judge Matthew Deestry, who's running against Mr. Curry. Well, Judge Deestry is already a judge right now. You know, he's sitting judge now, and he's running against Mr. Curry. And brought to my attention, there's 94 judges in Broward County, but only 6 black ones. Mr. Curry is black, Mr. Deestry is white, and Mr. Deestry has been under the hot seat for a lot of, you know, decisions you can say made towards people in the black community. So, but then again, he's a fair guy. You know, these people that, you know, he had these harsh judgments against, sentences rather. I mean, these people weren't your choir boys. So, you know, so he did get a lot of heat. But this guy actually took the time to have a lunch with me downtown Fort Lauderdale at a fancy restaurant, seafood restaurant, which they had a great snapper. You know what I'm saying? Sauteed onions. But he took the time to sit down and talk with me and speak about his position and what he stands for. We had several conversations over the phone, and this is amazing because this is the first year I've ever had meetings with judges. I had 2 meetings with judges. One regarding our annual Black on Black Crime Solutions panel, which we are looking for a sponsor, by the way. So if you know any corporate organizations or organizations that believe in supporting what this stands for, solutions to our problems, which is why we created a chess program, please reach out to me at thecouragetobelieve@gmail.com. thecouragetobelieve@gmail.com, or that's my website. Take out the Gmail and you got my website. Okay? Or follow me on Instagram. Subscribe. Spread the word about what we're doing. Now, the next person I'd like to talk about is Brenda Snipes, Supervisor of Elections. You have Dale Holness, District 9. Please support this brother. Not only did he support our annual event, but I've never seen a politician as heavy and active as he is. So definitely bless him and his campaign. Gwendolyn Carter-Reed, you know, she's running for Democratic seat, state Senate seat, you know, number 34. And so I definitely want her to win. She's very involved, much older lady. She spent probably 2 decades as a teacher here in South Florida. Patrick Jacobin, he's also running 95th position in a House State Rep. Vote for this brother, young Haitian brother doing his thing. He's been supportive since we first started the Black on Black Crime Solutions panel. He's been involved in every single one of them, except the last one, but he was at the first 2. Not only just there, but he spoke. So definitely support him. I also want to mention, as who did I forget? Whitney Rawls, Democrat seat, 92nd state seat. You know what I'm saying? Let's support this dude. I've seen him for many years in the community. And these are people that I'm going to vote for. It's up to you if you're going to vote for them. I hope I didn't forget anybody. And, oh yes, the sheriffs, Willie Jones and Scott Israel. These two individuals was at my 3rd annual Black on Black Crime Solutions panel. I've been able to speak with them several times over the phone. I've actually met with Mr. Willie Jones. Now, Sheriff Scott Israel, his budget for his campaign is like either $1 million or over $1 million. So, and he's been the sheriff for the past few years now, doing a great job. And they also have this program where the kids do not get a criminal record on their first arrest. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get a police record off your first misdemeanor. So they have this program, which is part of the Promise program, where they allow the youth, you know what I'm saying, to finish this program and for a few months and stay out of trouble. Then their record is quite clean. Much respect to current sheriff. Now, Willie Jones, I have had a chance to meet with him last year, and he's inspired me to continue the route that I'm going. Either way, these two guys, you can't lose. So I can't say who I'm going to vote for, but I will tell you this. I think the county will be in good hands. I know the county will be in good hands as far as law enforcement goes, you know what I'm saying, with these two individuals. Sheriff Scott Israel and the runner-up, Willie Jones, both were at the panel event. They both support the event, our endeavor. Not just the event. The Black on Black Crime Solutions panel isn't just some event that we do. We, Courage to Believe International, or C2B. When I say C2B, you know what time that is. We have ongoing things throughout the year. How could you say you care about the community? How could you say you care about the youth, but you're not supporting one of the most important endeavors in Broward County, in South Florida? As a matter of fact, we're going to move this to Dade County, and then eventually to Jacksonville and Atlanta, D.C., Chicago, California, New York, nationwide. This is an ongoing issue within the black community. Not that other communities don't have issues. We all have our own issues. We all have crime and stats, whatever, because it's a, you know what I'm saying, crime is a demographics thing. But in the black community, it's a political, social, economic situation that we've been stuck in for a very long time. Many people are complacent with their position, you know what I'm saying? You go look at the unemployment rate. Black people are #1 in that. Not that we're not looking for jobs, it's that the system is built to keep us suppressed. It's been like that since we were kidnapped into this country. Who are we kidding? Colin Kaepernick from the 49ers stood up and said something about the issue, right? You know what I'm saying? About the presidential election. We're going to make a video about that soon. As a matter of fact, you can go to my blog and see that I'm very active. I don't just make videos. I type, I write. I've written 2 books, Courage to Believe, 7 Types of Queens, King's Desire. Maybe you guys can see that posted back there or not. I don't know. But Colin Kaepernick, NFL player, professional NFL player, high-paid quarterback, he said something like, how could we vote for these 2 individuals? And one is an open racist, Donald Trump, and the other one is an undercover racist, and you know, with her, Hillary Clinton, you know what I'm saying, stating that, you know, Margaret Stranger is her role model. Margaret Stranger is a, you know, was a KKK member, you know what I'm saying, before she died. And she openly said that black people need to be exterminated. And she started a pre-parenting program. When you look at that pre-parenting program, when you hear about that, look up who started that. And the purpose was for birth, not birth control, but actually abortions. You know what I'm saying? To have a population control of the black community. These are things that, if we don't understand history, then we are doomed to repeat history. So that's why, not that all history can't be repeated. There's some great things happening in history. But history and the present isn't always progressive. Things change. Negative things happen. So we need to stand up and be conscious of these things. Now, I got my voter registration card, my first time voting, so I'm going to vote today. So make sure everybody, no matter where you at in this country, especially if you're in Broward County, go ahead and vote. I've been waiting to vote for 13 years. It's my first time voting since Clinton. I should have never voted for Bill Clinton because he's a crook as well. Look at what he's doing in Haiti. Look what this guy's doing in Haiti, him and Hillary Clinton and their team of investors. They're buying all the lands around in Haiti, causing all the property not only to increase in value, which is not bad, but it's making it unaffordable for the locals. But I'm going to Haiti come November, and believe me, when the king is there, I'm there to handle business. You feel me? So bless up, much love, and talk to you soon. So please subscribe.